Hello, everyone, and welcome to the fifth movie flashback. OMG. I am happy to have you here. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Click the subscribe button below for future notifications and updates. Click the like button and share this content with other movie fans. So, just in case you are wondering what is a movie flashback in the Nightglow Entertainment universe, in filmmaking, a flashback is a scene in a movie that, set in a time earlier than the main story. In film criticism, there are two types of critiques. First, you have a movie review in which film critics review movies that recently came out and they tell you what they thought of the movie. The second type is academic criticism, in which you take a class at a college or university in film history and you watch films of historical significance. The movie Flashback takes film history out of the classroom, and together we go down memory lane talking about films we love. This gives me a chance to go back in time and talk about movies that may be in my collection or in your collection. So, this year we are celebrating the 10th anniversary of Man of Steel. It stars Henry Cavill as Clark Kent, aka Superman, Amy Adams, Michael Shannon, Kevin Costner, Diane Lane, Lawrence Fishburne, and Russell Crowe. It was directed by Zack Snyder and it was released in theaters back in June 2013. I cannot believe it's been 10 years since Man of Steel was in theaters, but here we go. So earlier this year, fans went on social media to reminisce about this movie and complained about how Zack Snyder and Henry Cavill were robbed out of a Man of Steel 2. It has been confirmed that Cavill will not come back to play Superman in Man of Steel 2. This is one film in which the fans disagree with the critics. Overall, the critics were at odds with Cavill's performance. Some thought his performance was stiff and uncharismatic, and they thought the film was quote-unquote generic storytelling about the origins of Clark Kent and Superman. However, the fans have been consistent when it comes to their love for Henry Cavill and Snyder's vision. This film was the first lead role for Henry Cavill, and this film introduced him to a much wider audience. I personally have been a fan of Henry Cavill since 2000 when he played Albert in The Count of Monte Cristo. At the time, I think he was 19, 20, and at first I didn't recognize him until I rewatched the film a few years back and his name appeared in the closing credits. When Entertainment Weekly magazine released the news that Cavill was chosen to play Superman, my initial reaction was, it's the Duke of Suffolk! And you know what I'm talking about if you are a Tudors fan. I watched all 4 seasons of HBO's The Tudors, and Jonathan Rhys-Meyers plays King Henry VIII, and Cavill played his best friend, the Duke of Suffolk. Their characters are the only 2 characters that appear in all 4 seasons. After the show ended, I heard Cavill was unemployed for a while. He tried out for the role of Edward in Twilight and lost to Robert Pattinson, and he also tried out for other roles and got turned down. But he became famous and a leading actor after getting the Superman role. Woohoo! The budget for this film was at least $225 million, and it grossed $668 million worldwide, so it did make back over twice its budget. It was a box office success, and it was on the list of the top 10 highly grossing films of 2013. I have this film in my DVD collection, and not only am I a fan of Henry Cavill, longtime fan, but I am also a fan of Zack Snyder. I knew that Snyder would not disappoint because I saw 300 and Sucker Punch, both in theaters. Yeah. Woohoo! I do agree with the fans that it would have been great to see Cavill and Snyder reunite for Man of Steel 2 and 3, just to see where they would have taken the story. For many people, Cavill is the best Superman on film since Christopher Reeve. So I think Hollywood made a mistake by not listening to the fans. However, after making Batman vs. Superman and the Justice League films, the filmmakers at DC want to go in another direction from the Snyderverse. I get it, but let's see what happens. So I would like to propose a toast to Man of Steel. Cheers! Yeah, it's just water. I am sure we are going to be watching this film again and again in the upcoming years. So that is all for today, my friends. And I will see you next time with another movie flashback. Take care.